Alright, so we're gonna do something a little different today. I got, obviously my head gasket scraper. So we're gonna try to scrape all this old material off the block. Today I've got my other camera set up. So I'm gonna just try to get this as clean as I possibly can. It's got kind of like an oily surface on it from just where I've put some oil in it and got some oil all over the block. But I'm gonna try to get two different points of views. So yeah, let's get started. If I can figure out how to set this up where you can see. There we go. Alright, so we pretty much got the surface cleaned off. It's just a matter of wiping down any possible stuff that's left. Maybe missed a spot here. Everything else feels pretty good. This side was a little hard to get everything because, the exhaust manifold's right there. It's going to be coming off eventually, but I'm going to have to cut it off. Everything else feels good. Just a matter of getting those cylinders cleaned out from what I scraped possibly in there. And then I'll start putting some heads on. Alright, so we got our head gaskets here. I'm just going to take them into the shop and go over some instructions that comes with them. Which realistically it should be self-explanatory. Obviously these aren't copper head gaskets because I was not about to pay $100 and something for head gaskets. But basically got here, if I can focus, there you go. Pretty much making sure that there's no damage to the gasket. Good engine protection requires clean flat surface, clean head bolts, studs. These are critical. Pretty much just make sure it's clean. That's all it's gotta say. Make sure it's clean and you seal your bolts. Alright, so we are gonna cut these open, kind of inspect them once they're out of the wrapper. I don't remember where I put my handy dandy fake knife. Here it is, under the head wrapping paint. Alright, so alright, there we go. So finally got one free as I dropped the other. Kind of quickly looking over it. Everything looks good. No horrible scratches. Nothing that's out of the ordinary on that. So I'm going to set it over here to the side on a spot that'll probably bend on. And then, now I cut this one. Making a mess in the shop, just throwing the paper down, but I'll get all that later. Alright, maybe I can just get it on pull. There we go, got it. As I block the camera. Okay, so again, we just look this one over. Don't really see anything wrong with them. Check the other side. It looks like we're good. Alright, so now we just gotta clean off the block surface. So I'm gonna switch over here to the mineral spirits again. And grab a rag. Alright, so I'm going to switch over to time lapse on it. It won't take very long, but it'll be just a lot of boring wiping the vehicle off with an acetone rag, basically. Alright, something you want to check is when you get the gaskets, you pretty much tell them the bore as well. In my case, I tell them a 440 bore, and pretty much we are right at the edge of where I want to be. Like, it doesn't go past the cylinder, it's just slightly behind it. So that's something you want to definitely check when you put these gaskets on there. You want to go and check both sides. I already know I'm going to have an issue out of these dowel pins because I tried fitting a head on earlier and they're a little tight. Excuse me. Alright. I'll just do the same over here. Other thing a little weird on the bottom side here, or right here, since it's on the camera, it kind of dips back a little bit. But it does it on both sides, so maybe it'll be okay. But other than that, it does look like it fits fairly nicely. Gets that ring a little bit off the edge of the cylinder to compress it down, because it has like a little can't remember if it's brass or copper ring inside of that firing ring there. But let's go get it ahead and let's try to fit it on. Uh-oh. Putting gloves on. Alright, so as you can see, I got them all started. And you also saw in the video, I wasn't using this assembly lubricant stuff. I've just never used it in the past. I don't really trust lube on my threads, just because I'm used to dry threading. So yeah, well, that, and like it even says like 80 foot-pounds or something, like 70 foot-pounds in here. And if you look in any manual for a cast iron head on a small block Chevrolet, it's like 76. And usually if you wet or lube torque it, it kind of lets off a little bit of the torque. So realistically we'll be on to probably about, did I say 76? I think 64 foot-pounds on these normally. But I'm gonna go get a socket, and then we'll run them down, and then we'll crack out that new torque wrench, and then we'll actually do it in 3 steps. We'll start probably like 45 foot-pounds on everything, starting from the center here. At least that's how I start. Then here, then here, then here, then here, then like you pretty much just work your way out, alternating. And then once you got everything set to that first setting, then you'll go up pretty much 10 more pounds. In this case, I go to 55, and then I will probably set my final torque at 65, 66. You're supposed to do the steps evenly. As long as you're not making a huge jump, it shouldn't make that much of a deal. But let me, actually I might have a socket right here. I'm gonna cheat and grab one of these. I think they're like a 15, 13. It's way too small. Whoa, 13. It's kind of surprising. Okay, so they're at 13. Might as well try to do a test fit on this driver's side header. So I've already got the power steering rack, but column disconnected from the box there. Just have to this intake and get the driver's side header out. So yeah, hopefully everything fits. Got the column connected this week, like I said. Try to do this one. Header bolts. Make sure we throw it in. They're a little dirty, but it'll be alright. We'll clean it all up before we do anything further. Alright, let me set the camera back up. Hands, make sure they're clean. Realistically, I should have made sure this all fit before I actually, you know, wrapped it and put some money into these headers. So it's gonna hit something somewhere. Not real sure what it's hitting. This will definitely be a little interesting. I feel like I can probably torque that out of it. Hopefully. Let's see here. Make sure it's rendered the same way. Do hit the steering column a little bit. Did find out something interesting just now though. Looks like maybe a little out of luck here. We'll pull a little tighter once we get everything on, but it's gonna be very tight. Alright, so pretty much at a stopping point for today. Ended up getting the heads on, getting the exhaust on. The driver's side is actually more pain than the passenger side is a little more pain than the driver's side, and I'll kind of try to show you why. Apparently on a Ranger, the Ranger's frame is a little skinnier, like not as wide as an S10, so it did run into some problems. Yeah, we're getting there. That's everything I got on this episode. Stay tuned for the next one. Next one I should be able to do at least a quick startup. I'll get the intake gaskets, get the rocker arms and stuff. I think I'm gonna go with some roller rockers. But yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching.